Yeah, it all depends on what you do with it. And the other side of this, so think of it from this standpoint also, right? And this is a mistake I see a lot of business owners making, right? Let's say I run a flower shop, right? I'm not in
Hmm.
the real estate business, but I run the world's most successful flower shop, right? And it
Hmm.
literally
Hmm.
generates $1 million of extra cash every year, right?
Yeah.
So so one year I go and I buy a rental property. I go out and I buy an apartment building, right? Okay.
Hmm.
But I'm not a real estate professional and I make
No.
$1 million a year. I don't have the
Oh,
ability to deduct rental losses against my ordinary income, right?
yes, yes,
So
yes.
now what I've done, and I see people do this all the time, they sucked all the money out of their business. They bought an investment, which overall is probably not the worst idea in the world, but you should have saved enough to pay your taxes, right? So if you were going to buy
Yeah.
$1 million apartment building, you should have bought, maybe a $700,000 apartment building and kept
Mm.
300 for your taxes, right? Because you
Hmm.
knew you weren't going to, if you had talked to somebody like myself, you would have known you weren't going to get the deduction. So I see people
Surely.
pull money out of their LLCs all the time and buy buy things with them that they won't get a tax deduction on. So you can do it either way. The real question is, do you have the ability to deduct the losses? And that's something you
Hmm.
should, that's part of year-round tax planning. You need to be talking to your CPA and
Hmm.
asking those questions before you do it so that you know what the ramifications are and you're not surprised by the ramifications in April when you get your tax bill.
Sure.
I think the biggest mistake that not only real estate investors, but business owners in general make is to not communicate during the year with your CPA, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We, I'm, some of my clients think I'm actually a little annoying because I communicate too much and I want to,
Yeah.
I ask too many questions. I want to know too much about what's going on, right? But that's how you get the best tax strategy and the best planning
Yes.
and the best
Yeah.
advice is to
Yes.
communicate because there's a lot of things that we can do now during the year. It's all,
Hmm.
um, during the year before the end of the year that we can't do after December 31st,
So
for
true.
example, right? We can't, you
Yes.
can't write checks, that are deductible in 2024, in 2025, right? But you can in
Yes.
2024, right? So
Hmm.
there's a lot of things that we do for clients, a lot of advice we give that helps them save money during the year, and that's the result of their communicating